Okay, so this nice lady told me it's time to start, so I hope you're ready to play. We have only 40 minutes, that's very short, and I cannot see you, so I hope I will be able to hear you, because you are like the sunshine. So I am here with my colleague, Mark, who is distributing bricks. We are from the LEGO Foundation, and we have a few minutes to present LEGO Braille Bricks and learning through play with LEGO Braille Bricks. So Mark and I, we work for the LEGO Foundation as Braille experts, and we've been developing this tool, LEGO Braille Bricks, and all the pedagogical concept that comes with it. It means more than 100 activities. You will try a few today with us. You have a bookmark, unfortunately not in Braille, they were not ready, but you have information on the bookmark, the website, where to find the activities, the contact us email, so you can write to Mark and I via this email. You have also the Facebook. There is a huge community on Facebook called LEGO Braille Bricks Community, so you have all information, and we will share more information. Just to start, I ask you to be in pair. I would like you to take 1 minute just to share with your other one, your colleague, a fun fact, no, a superpower about you. I'm sure you have superpower, so just to present you, you share your superpower with your mate. Are you ready? 1 minute. Oui, c'est ce que... Dès que ça passe à 24. Okay, it seems you have a lot of superpower because you are still talking. That's great. Just before we begin, I have to tell you the opening code for the one who would like ACRVEP credits. So you have all the information on the screen. You need to go to aphhive.org, and the opening code is letters. Okay. So, today, we will talk about what are LEGO Braille Bricks, and then we have 2 questions for you. What is play, and what is so special about play? Mark, can we start with the first one? What are LEGO Braille Bricks?
Yeah, that's an easy question to answer. I know that some of you already know what are LEGO Braille Bricks, so I'm going to be very quick, but we also know that some of you are new to LEGO Braille Bricks, and of course that's fine. I have next to me a LEGO Braille Bricks box that I will open so that you will know everything on the content. But very useful information is the sentence that is written on the board is LEGO Braille Bricks is a play-based conceptual tool to teach Braille in educational settings to blind and visually impaired children age 4 and up. What does it mean, in fact? It means that it is a teaching method. It's not a toy that you can play at home for nothing, I would say. It's really to learn Braille, and much more than Braille. That's what we are going to discover also today. It's that you can work a lot of different skills with the students. So they will learn Braille, they will develop a lot of skills, a really large breadth of skills. And to have access to the box, they have to be either blind or visually impaired. And you, as adults, you can have access to a box if you are teaching, if you are a practitioner, teaching Braille to those kids. So usually the kids are sent to services or schools all over the country, and that's very easy to have a box. It's distributed in the US by APH, so you just have to go, if you are here, that's easy because you just have to go to the booth that APH has, and if you are a teacher, a practitioner, or an educator, whatever, in relation with teaching Braille to young kids, then you can request a box directly at the booth, and everything is free. The trainings provided are free. The boxes are distributed for free. So in fact, the LEGO Foundation distribute the boxes through APH in the US. So, about LEGO Braille Bricks, I'm not going to make a lesson about Braille because I know that a lot of you know already what Braille is. But on the screen, you have the shape of a Braille cell with the, you know, the two columns of studs numbered from 1 to 6. And if you just look at them, it's obvious that it resembles a Lego brick. And that's exactly how it comes, the idea comes. We were, Marie and I was a teacher previously, a TVI, and Marie was an occupational therapist, and we were working together, and we are quite old, so 20 years ago, we made our own Braille bricks by cutting the studs and so on. So it was quite dangerous, but very efficient. So before the LEGO Braille Bricks existed, in fact, we were already convinced by the power of those little bricks. And about what is in the box, if I open very quickly the box, so you have a clear lead, and for those of you who cannot see, the clear lead has borders, and you can easily use it, you know, to roll a die or to play with a few bunch of bricks. So that's a nice tool, also the lead. Then you have a cardboard with the visual identity of LEGO Braille Bricks. And I'm not going to describe everything, but you can just notice that there are a few Braille bricks drawn, and it's just explaining that we are convinced that Braille is a really powerful tool, and we really would like all the kids everywhere in the world to have access to Braille and to decide whether they will use Braille in their daily life, or if they want to use something else, but at least to have the choice. And, whoops, and if I turn the cardboard, that's what you have on the screen, and that's what is in this box. So you have 3 base plates, quite large one, because we really want to use them as a sheet of paper or a page in a book. So in order to develop all the skills for tracking skills, for example, understanding that we read from left to right and so on, so like a page of paper. And also you will have in the box 4 different bags with a lot of bricks, but the bags are not, even if they are numbered from 1 to 4, it means nothing. That's just a factory thing. So when you have your box, you just have to open your bags and put everything in the box and throw the bags away. I say that because we have seen a lot of people very carefully opening and seeing what is in this specific bag, but we really don't care. So don't worry about that. And about the bricks themselves, it's, even if the Braille cell, it's not a computing Braille, so we only use 6 dots. But we have decided to use an 8-dot cell, 8-dot brick, so that we can print in fact, you have the Braille version on top of it with the studs, and you also have the print version at the bottom of the brick. So that's very useful because it's a tool, even if it's a tool to learn Braille, it's also a great tool for inclusion. And as the skill developed will be useful for blind kids, but also any other kids, we really wanted to have an inclusive tool. And even if you don't know Braille, we are going to give you, I hope, a good overview of what is play and what is so special about play with a few activities that we are going to present to you today. And just very quickly before I go on, so you have the box, and in fact, you know that there are a lot of toy tools for blind kids or even adults. But we are convinced, Mary and I hope you are convinced too, that even if it's the best tool ever, if it's not used with activities, with a lot of skills that you know you will help the kids develop, then it's not very useful to have that tool because you will probably open the box because you will be very excited and happy, and 2 days after, you will leave that on the shelf because you won't know what to do with it. So that's why we have conceived the whole pedagogical concept about LEGO Braille Bricks. And so far, we have 108 activities, and they are arranged in 2 categories, pre-Braille and Braille. And we just wanted to show you a short video of the bricks, because they are distributed in 20 countries so far, and we are working in other countries to develop more languages and to give access to Braille to more countries. And we have made a video with the 20 partners. They have shared a lot of videos in various languages, so even if you don't speak Italian, French, or Portuguese, for example, I guess you will enjoy the very quick summary of children using the bricks everywhere in the world.
Since the launch of the project in Paris in 2019, 45,000 children from 20 different countries speaking 11 languages have started learning or practicing Braille with LEGO Braille Bricks.
Snap, 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 snap. I need to find it out. I found the O. Here we are. Yes, it is. Ta-da!
Ja.
A.
Ja.
Bo. N. O.
Oddio, cosa mancherà?
Nonno.
E quindi cosa ci serve?
Un'altra N.
Based on learning through play concept, LEGO Braille Bricks aims to empower children to become creative, engaged and lifelong learners.
Sim, vai sair do parque e ela vai passar o quê?
Manipulating the bricks, younger children develop pre-Braille skills, giving them an early and crucial access to literacy.
Mr. Fix-It, can you please fix the holes in the wall?
Fix it.
Oh, I think there's some more
Collectively,
holes in
we already train successfully more than 30,000 practitioners, and our goal is to reach many more.
Dammi una consonante. Che consonante scegli? Mi vuoi dare?
L.
Vediamo.
I've got to explain to you. You would like to know how to know which way the letters go up.
Zweimal der gleiche Buchstabe.
Together, we promote Braille in inclusion. A wide variety of media, website, YouTube channel, massive online courses is available to help the practitioners. The community we already formed comes from 80 different countries.
Bravo, regardez c'est quel numéro?
1, 2, 4.
With LEGO Braille Bricks, blind, visually impaired and sighted children can develop their skills using the same tool, those children learn to read together. This is inclusion at its deepest. It is cool that you can learn something important and having fun at the same time. It brings blind and sighted kids together to play and have fun. We all know how much learning Braille gives blind children skills that will change their lives. The LEGO Foundation would like to thank all partners and practitioners for their involvement and dedication.
And just one last thing about this video. All the activities were made for kids age 4 to about 12, but so far we are receiving a lot of ideas from practitioners everywhere in the world that they want to use the bricks with kids aged 13 to 21, and they are welcome to do so. So if you would like to have more information about that, you just have to join our Facebook community. It's LEGO Braille Bricks community, that's easy to remember. And it's a community only for practitioners or parents. So we are sure that it's not a place where you will have to buy things or have those kind of advertisements. So it's a place for practitioners and parents.
Okay. So if we take a look at what is play, and the definition we can find when we Google it, and it's written something like engage in activity for enjoyment and recreation rather than a serious or practical purpose. Whoa. And if we look at the definition of learning, then it's often understood as formal education in the hands of policy. So at the LEGO Foundation, our aim is really to redefine play together with you and reimagining learning, so we cannot see them as contradictory but complement. So that's what we call learning through play. And to answer what is play, I need your help. So we have a challenge for you, a building challenge. So I ask you to be in pair, two groups of 2, and you will have to take your 5 bricks. You will have 2 minutes to make what we call a trick tower. So let me explain. You take all the bricks, you don't attach them, so you detach them. So you don't have a pile, but 5 separate bricks, each of you. So in total, you have 10. And then you will have together to make a tower, but not in the conventional way. We would like you to make a tricky tower, and it means putting the bricks shorthand to shorthand on top of each other. That's not only it. You will have to build that in a chair, because you don't have tables, and together. So it means you will, when I start the timer, you will have to close your eyes and start building together the tricky tower with all your bricks. If you manage to do 10, congratulations. Otherwise, you can start over again. So you take your bricks, you play on the chair between you, and you start making the tricky tower. Are you good? Are you ready? And you only have 2 minutes. And close your eyes. Yeah, that's a tricky tower. Ready? Go. And if you are alone, try it. Just making the pile of 5 bricks. halfway. You still have 1 minute to complete the task. Okay, so now it's the end of the time. So 2 minutes. And I need your attention back. That's going to be hard to have it. Ready? So I would like to know how you could describe, how you would describe this playful experience using only one word. So you have several solutions. You can scan the QR code or go to Menti and use the code to do it. So it's 39895309. And just type to see how we can together define what is play. So describe this playful experience you had using one word. You can have several times to do it. You can use many different ones. Just leave you a few minutes, then go to see what we have already. Oh, so it's happening. So we have a cloud of words. We already have fun, lots of time, because it's bigger than all the others. We have fun, challenging, difficult, tricky, frustrating. We have empathy. Ooh, it's confusing because the words are moving. Interesting, very fun. Tricky again, so biggest are fun, difficult, challenging, wobbly, frustrating, hard, teamwork, touch, joy, collaborative, awesome. I'm going to leave you a few more seconds. Okay, and what is really interesting is that if we look at all these words, we can group them in 5 different categories. So I'm not sure we will have time to go farther than that, but if we go back to the presentation, we'll see together that from scratch, that we can group all these characteristics in 5 different bubbles. So this activity, you defined it as joyful. We had fun, lots of time. As socially interactive, you had to have social interaction to be able to build a tower together. As meaningful, you had a purpose, you understood what it was. As iterative, I could hear lots of bricks falling down and many different solutions to start over. And I think actively engaging. I can see that it was hard to have your attention back. And you'll see that's how we designed all the pedagogical concepts and the activities, having in mind these 5 characteristics of playful learning experiences. Do you want to test another one? Yeah, sure?
Yeah, so the next question is, what is so special about play? And I would say what is so special being in this room, because that's very frustrating for me, because I cannot see you except if you are in the front row, so that's why I was traveling when you were doing the other activity. So to help us answer this question, what is so special about play, we are going to make an activity that is available on the website, and it's called Free the Animals. So you have 5 bricks, you had 5 bricks, but in fact they are not bricks. They are not LEGO Braille bricks. They are all animals. And to be able to identify what animals they are, you just have to be able to read what is on each brick in Braille. But I know that some of you don't know Braille, so you will understand the mission. Maybe to start with, I can give you one clue and one letter is letter A, because that's the easiest and that's the first one of the alphabet. So it's very easy because that's only one dot at the top left corner of the brick. So that's letter A. And then all of you have all the alphabet letters and they are all animals. For example, if you have letter Z, it's a zebra. If you have letter E, it's an eagle. So you have a lot of birds, a lot of animals, wild animals, but you also have in your hand one specific animal, and it's an alligator. So it starts with letter A. And your mission, you will have to close your eyes. You will have 2 minutes for that. So you will have to close your eyes and to try to identify one by one all the bricks you have, and you will have to prevent the alligator from eating all the other animals. So what you are going to do, you have to put all the animals in your hands, and when you will find the alligator, you will place the alligator on top of your hand so that the other animals will be happy, I guess. And of course, remember, you cannot read what is on the brick with your eyes. It has to be a Braille activity, so that's eyes closed. Are you ready? Let's go. So you only have 20 more seconds to save all the animals. Okay, so I guess you all succeed. I hope for all the other animals. So to answer, remember the question was, what is so special about play? And it's difficult maybe to ask in the room so that you take the power and you give me the answer, but we will try, is what kind of skill do you think you have worked during this very simple activity? Not sure it's easy without a mic, so I can give you usually what people think, and one of the answers is I am able to read letters in Braille. So you can read letter A, for example, but if you already know Braille, maybe you were able to identify a few other letters. So that was one of the skills. You were also able to use your fingertips to identify the bricks. You were then able to use also your spatial ability about being able to put the bricks where I advise you to put the alligator on top of your hand, and a lot of skills. And the LEGO Foundation experts have made this experience with a lot of different activities, and with only 5 LEGO bricks like that, you have worked at the same time for about the duration of the activity, which was about 1 minute or 2 minutes. You have worked more than 24 skills. And for example, I'm not going to read everything is on the board, but for example, attention. You had to be very careful and attentive so that you will understand the instruction. Then you also use your mental imagery, because if you want the activity to be meaningful and if you don't know what an alligator is, then you won't understand why you have to place it somewhere else than the others. Then your long-term memory, you may have seen an alligator when you were, I remember when I was in Florida on vacation one time, I saw a lot of alligator, and it was the first time of my life, so I remember that very well. Then self-regulation, because you had a task, you know that you had only 1 minute to do it, so maybe you are not a child, but if you were a child, maybe you have to self-regulate, you have to regulate your emotion. And about emotion, for example, about those animals, we had an experience in Paris with Marie. We were testing an activity pretending that letter S was a snake. And a very little girl we were working with was afraid of the brick because the brick was a snake. So it was really meaningful, and the symbolic representation is very important for the kids. So all those skills were worked, and we used that and we simplified it with the help of all the experts in education at the LEGO Foundation in what we call holistic skills in 5 areas. So you have, for example, the cognitive skills that are so known and maybe too much known at school, but that are very important at school. You have also creative skills, social skills, physical skills, and emotional skills. So if we take the example of this activity, probably if you are a teacher like me, you will think that the main thing and the most important one was to discover and identify the Braille character. And that's a cognitive skill, and of course it's fine. But if you're not a teacher, if you are maybe like Mary, an OT, that's why the collaboration is really interesting, then you may think, okay, but in this activity, I had to be creative. So you develop a lot of creative skills, like organize objects in play, create and engage in creative dramatics and activities. You also developed physical skills, like explore and discriminate to have information. Social skills, if we were in a classroom and we had maybe a longer time, we could imagine that you could make the activity in pairs. So cooperate and share, organize your work with your peers in a group, and emotional skills, control motor skills, and emotional commitment to succeed in simple action. So that's a very quick example, but if you go to the website, then you will find all those information, the 108 activities that are in the website. You have all the skills that can be worked with this specific activity. So if we take maybe 1 minute to go to the website. Okay. So that's a very simple website and accessible one. You have an activity section, and if I go to Braille activity group and character, then I will find a lot of activities, 18 activities in this category, and one of them is Free the Animal. Then you will have access to all the information needed for you, the Let's Play activity explaining the instructions, the how to prepare, explaining you as an adult, what do you have to prepare for the kids to make the activities, facilitation tips and a lot of things, and also all the skills worked. And on the website, if I click on creative skill, then you will have access to all the skills that are worked with LEGO Braille Bricks, generally speaking. So in this case, that's creative skills. And you have 2 types of skills. One of them is academic skills, so the skills that we have to work, usually depending on the country where we live, but we have governmental or state skills that we have to work with the kids at school, and also visual impairment skills. And you are lucky because in the US you have the expanded core curriculum, and that's exactly what we wanted to do, to have the core academics at the center and to develop all the skills and all the things we have to take into account when we are working with blind kids so that they can access to the skills that we have to do at school. And last information, you can download all the activities, all the skills in DocX, and do whatever you want with it. You can change, adapt the rules, adapt the instructions, invent your own activity, and really take the power. Everything is open source and free, and we really wanted to share with you a lot of ideas, and then now you can do what you want with those ideas. I speak too much, maybe.
Yeah, he's always speaking too much. And we also forgot to tell you about what we have developed. So in the website, you will find more information. Mark, you closed the PowerPoint presentation. Okay. You will find information about an online course we have right now. So it's on the website. It's in English, in Spanish, and in French. We also have monthly live session with specific topics about Braille Bricks. So next month will be music and Braille Bricks. After that, we'll have STEM and Braille Bricks. And in June, orientation and mobility and Braille Bricks. And I just have to give you the closing code before the last activity. So it's numbers. And are you ready for a last activity? Yes, okay. So you will take your 5 bricks. And we will do a little bit of music just to say bye-bye. So you take the 5 bricks. You don't have any base plates, so we will try to find a solution. But you do like if you have a base plate and you will attach the bricks on the chair, for example, if you agree. So you take the first brick, and you place it vertically. We're going to make a rhythm pattern. So vertical. Okay, second one will be horizontal. Third one will be vertical. Fourth one, vertical again. And the last one would be, how do you call that, upside down, with the holes facing up. So we have vertical, horizontal, vertical, vertical, and then upside down. Are you ready? Okay, so I need your attention because then we will play music. First vertical is clap. Okay, good. Second one, the horizontal, with your foot. I don't hear that. Again? Yeah. Then we have vertical, vertical again, and the last one, it's something like woo. Okay? So do we try it? One first rehearsal, okay? From the beginning. Woo! I think they're good. Are you ready for the last time before we say goodbye? Okay, if you want to stand up, you can. For more power? Yes, I like it. Gymnastic. Ready? Go. Woo! Okay, thank you. Thank you. And if you want to learn more about Braille Bricks and you think you can have a box, you just join us at APH booth in one of the main rooms. We're sorry, but we need the bricks back because we have to make the box complete again. So sorry about that. Mark is coming with a box just to have the bricks back. Thank you.